Hey there, boys and girls. BigBadWolfMoto here, coming to you with another motorblog. And the topic I would like to talk about today is some of the reasons why I feel that people that ride motorcycles generally make better car drivers. The big question here is, do motorcyclists actually make better drivers? Well, there's no definitive answer on this one, but there are a few reasons why the rider slash driver might have the edge over the standard driver. And before I say anything else, or before I make any unfair generalizations here, let me note that not all car drivers are inconsiderate or distracted road users. But sadly, from everything that we see every day on the road, we can safely say that the good drivers are the minority. But when motorcyclists get behind the wheel to drive the car, they definitely apply the two-wheeled knowledge and skill that they have acquired through riding to the task at hand. Let's see how and why they do that. When riding a motorcycle, the average rider is well aware that one false move, one wrong assumption, or the slightest risk could be the difference between life or death, or at least a lot of pain. Anything on the road has the potential to kill you. Knowing this, they employ a more defensive kind of approach to riding and to driving, anticipating everything and assuming nothing. Another point would be awareness of the conditions on the road. Riding on two wheels gives you an entirely new view and a new level of respect for the road. Reading the road is easier said than done, but for motorcycle riders, that's their second nature. Motorcyclists are well aware of every hazard on the road and where those hazards are likely to come from. Roadworks ahead, expect loose gravel and sand. Heavy plant crossing ahead, you can expect mud or other slippery stuff to appear as well. Rain coming, those white or yellow lines and exposed manhole covers, those metallic things, are going to be very, very slippery too. These things are drilled into the mind of a motorcycle rider from day one. But for car drivers, not so much. Talking about awareness, now when I'm in my car, I am a lot more aware of motorcycles. I double, triple check my blind spots. I use my mirrors more. And I start to read and process a variety of new things that could present dangerous situations. Another point, turn signals. One of the most dangerous things that can happen when you're riding a bike is when cars around you are moving without using the blinkers, changing lanes, whatever. Especially if you lane split, that becomes even worse. Before I started riding bikes, I used to think in a situation on the road where I would be totally alone and no cars or bikes around, and I would like to change lanes. I would say, okay, I'm all alone now, you know, why should I use my blinker? No big deal. Yeah, but after riding motorcycles, I do it anyway, instinctively, always. Another point would be braking and stopping distance. We all know how different it is to be braking in a car than braking on a motorcycle. Look at this guy. Really, man? When you're on the bike, if you go too hard on your brakes, your front end might slip or your back end might slip and you might wipe out. And all this gives you a brand new understanding and appreciation for braking gently and maintaining proper distances from cars in front of you or behind you. I do the same when I'm in my car. Another thing would be reaction time. As I mentioned earlier, certain things become second nature for motorcycle riders. And one of these things is to have an instinctive reaction when danger presents itself. That quick reaction comes from experience and from a lot of practice, and also with a very high awareness of what's happening around you at any given time. The final point I would like to mention would be bad habits, and of course bad habits of car drivers. One of the major benefits of riding a bike is the fact that you're able to absorb everything that's going on around you. Okay, we read the road, the turns and everything, the quality of the pavement and the road and the nature and so on, but most importantly, we can see what's happening inside of cars while we're riding. And what we see every day is crazy. Texting, makeup, phone calls, CDs, radio, fast food, and so on and so on. But when a motorcyclist is behind the wheel, they don't allow themselves to get distracted. You know why? Because we know the dangers. And also we love pointing the finger at bad drivers, so we're never going to allow ourselves to be one of them, right? I'm going to wrap this one up by saying that in no case do I mean that all car drivers are bad drivers. I just wanted to mention a few reasons why I feel that motorcycle riders make good drivers. What do you guys and gals think about it? This is BigBadWolfMoto. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're safe and you're happy and you're taking good care of yourselves. And I'm going to see you later, my friends. Have a good one.